The Phoenix Suns beat the Detroit Pistons 125 to 121 in a game where we saw Nick Richards finally make his debut. And not only his debut, but we saw the impact that he brought to the team. On his debut, he captured a double-double, 21 points, 11 rebounds. And Devin Booker in the post-match interview, when he was speaking about him, it was almost like he's in awe that he finally has a competent big who can set screens, who can finish at the rim, who could protect the rim, who could help us defend, who could help us catch boards. And this was a perfect debut for Nick Richards. Obviously, the points, the rebounds. But what it also does is it sets a precedent for the rest of the league. You can't leave Nick Richards open, because if you leave Nick Richards open, KD, Book, they will find him, Tyus will find him, and he's going to get an easy running at the rim, whether he gets the foul or whether he gets the dunk. It's something that the Suns have been missing for a very long time. And you can see the stark difference between Nick Richards and Mason Plumlee, and also Iguodala. When you're looking at Nick Richards and the minutes that he played, he's in the plus 22. When you're looking at Mason Plumlee, minus 10. And there was a shift. Anytime Nick Richards came into the 5, you saw that the Suns played a lot better. The ball playing was a lot better. It was a lot more fluid. The way we were moving the rock, the screens that were being set, we were able to actually finish at the rim with a big man. Then when Plumlee came on, you saw a decline. It's almost like our lead started to fade away. Players didn't know whether to pass to Plumlee, because really and truly players don't trust him. And he can't really set the correct screens for a man that's been in the NBA for a long time. He's not really a pick and roll person that, you know, he sets the screen, rolls to the rim, and he'll get the dunk. He did get a few dunks, and I'll give it to him, but still nowhere near the levels that we need. And it's another indictment of why we need another center. But onto the game in general, Kevin Durant and Devin Booker, I will never forget you two. I will never ever forget you two. They combined for 71 points. In the first half, Booker was hot. He was the one that was hitting the shots. He was the one that was creating the lead. He was the one that kept us ahead. He was a bit cold in the second half, but KD steps up. He was the one hitting the shots in the clutch. And one thing that I liked a lot that we weren't doing in like the last few games, that in the clutch, we were forcing the ball to KD. KD was getting his man one-on-one, and he was just hitting buckets. He was frustrated. He was very frustrated, especially after the first half, where he simply wasn't good enough. I think he was one from 9 from the field. That's not the KD we know. But I said it. And I said it at halftime. I was like, KD will fix up. Because if KD fixes up, we will win this game. And KD is not a player to have a bad game throughout. No. He had a bad first half. He went into the locker room. I don't know what he done. I don't know if he injected something into his veins. I don't know if he just mentally woke up. He finally woke up. And he was the one that drove us to the win in that second half. And it's important that we get these wins, you know. Because last time when we did face the Pistons, we lost. And that loss was devastating because Cade literally took us. Bro, he took us. He took the whole team. But today, a big shout out to Ryan Dunn. He kept Cade Cunningham to a 26% field goal made percentage. Cade this season is averaging about 45%. Ryan Dunn, I'm telling you right now, Ryan Dunn is the man. And I'm so happy that we have him. Again, Ryan actually started quite hot in the first 3 or 4 minutes. The ball got out to him and he was hitting his threes. The first three that he hit was in the corner, and that just set the precedent for the rest of the game. Another game for Ryan where 12 points, 8 rebounds, 4 offensive boards. You know, there's not much more we can ask from our rookie. So all in all, I'm very happy about the game. And there's a problem that we have. It's about also Iguodala and Mason Plumlee. We talked about our center problem. We got Nick Richards, and he honestly has helped out a lot. Big time. He's helped out big time. But Nick Richards can't be playing 48 minutes every night. We need a backup center. And I know there's a lot of fans that don't like Nurkic. Don't get me wrong. But Nurkic is better than Oso. And Nurkic is better than Plumlee. It's like we have 3 bags of rubbish. But that 1 bag of rubbish is a lot more valuable to keep than the other 2 bags of rubbish. That's where it is basically. And I'm not calling Oso rubbish, by the way. I just do not think he's a 5. That's what it simply is. I don't think he's a center. He's not tall enough, first of all. His wingspan is not long enough where he could be a player like Bam, where obviously Bam is not the tallest, but his wingspan makes up for it. He has to somehow become a 4. If he wants to play in the center, he has to become stronger. But even then, he loses his mobility, which I think is something that's important for him. So I really do think that also we need to convert him to a 4, but his shooting form is horrible. He can't really hit threes. He is a good defender. He is quite agile, who for someone that's meant to be a big man. But he, again, I don't see him lasting as a 5. I'd rather play Bobo there. But again, Bobo, defensively, he's another player where if he was good defensively, you'll be seeing him in this rotation every single time because he's a bucket. Get him anywhere near the rim, he's making that. No one's blocking him. That guy's a giant. No one's blocking him. But defensively, first of all, he's not good enough. He's not switched on. And I don't know, when Bobo was playing last year under Frank Vogel, he came into the team around January time. And he was doing well, but we had the same problem where he was getting buckets, but defensively, it just simply weren't good enough. So I feel like the Suns, they're building confidence, they're building momentum. We have a big game against the Cavs on Monday. Hopefully we get that W, because that W, bro, our confidence is here right now. It goes all the way here with that W on Monday against the Cavs. Because obviously the Cavs, the best team in the NBA. You know, they lost to OKC the other night, but the best team in the NBA. If we can beat them, players are going to start believing again. Because these last few games were beating teams around the 500 mark, just below the 500 mark. The Pistons are just above the 500 mark. We finally went above the 500 mark. So we just really need to find that one game where we beat a real contender, and that just sets the tone for the rest of the season. And we still do need trades. Bradley Beal, his no trade clause is a problem. We still need the athletic wing who is a good defender, who you can trust from the free. Grayson Allen is starting to annoy me a little bit. Some of the decisions that he makes is quite annoying. Whenever we play a half-decent team, sometimes his shots just don't make sense. What he does don't make sense. I feel like if we can trade Bill, if we can trade Grayson, and if we could trade Nurkic, if we could get in return a backup center, if you can get an athletic wing, and if you can get another 3-and-D player, that will be perfect, the perfect situation. I'm happy with the win against the Pistons, you know. Last time out we faced them, we lost. So it is very important that we just pick up the wins, we build momentum, we find out the right rotation, find out which players can stay, which players can't really stay, and we try to make moves before the trade deadline. But I do hope you guys did enjoy this video. Comment down your thoughts on the game against the Pistons, first of all, your upcoming thoughts against the Cavs, and honestly for the rest of the season. Obviously there's not really many Suns content creators out there. I'm a Suns fan from the UK, so I'm just trying to build my portfolio, trying to build a fan base. And I really do hope you guys enjoyed these videos. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I've been Najib Talk Suns, and I'm out. Peace.